First of all, I want to thank you for coming out here, and I don't know if you've been asked this question before, so I apologize if you have. This Thursday marks the 7th anniversary of the horrible attacks on 9/11, and I'm an activist for a group called We Are Change. We're holding a fundraiser in New York to raise money for the first responders who are sick and dying because of the EPA's lies. According to several national polls, 84% of Americans don't believe the government's story. And according to Bill Doyle, head of the largest 9/11's victims' family members group, the majority of the family members believe 9/11 was orchestrated by criminal elements of this administration. Do you support their call for a new investigation, and do you support the 9/11 truth movement? Both McCain and Obama have rejected this notion.
Well, I was there when they were collecting signatures in the audience, and I supported it. See, the 9/11 Commission, first of all, it took the members of the bereaved families to push the Bush administration even to have an inquiry. Can you imagine an attack like that? And the government didn't want to have an inquiry. And second, the ground rules for the 9/11 Commission was they weren't going to name names or hold anybody responsible. That's a real investigative. So right from the get-go, it was flawed, and there needs to be another one. And the best place to have it is in New York City, with the people of New York voting it in to establish a nonpartisan commission. Now they contract out. Blackwater knows all kinds of security information about people they have no business of knowing because they're contractors with the Pentagon and the State Department. So increasingly, you have these corporations with their private armies, no controls, they're not under restraints of the Bill of Rights, for example, they're not accountable, and they're misusing the tax dollars, and look what they did in Iraq, shooting up Iraqis, innocent Iraqis, killing them, and they still got their contracts renewed. And as you know, they're working in California and elsewhere. This is exactly how a fascist state gets started, with these kinds of extrajudicial, extra-legal private military forces. And it's very good that Jeremy has done the work he's done, Jeremy Escapo. He's been on Amy Goodman quite a few times as well. There should be a group in this country that basically puts Blackwater out of business because they have violated the most fundamental standards of corporate contracting with their misbehavior, their aggressive treatment of innocent people, their misuse of tax dollars. And by the way, this didn't just start under Bush. It was under Clinton, it was under Bush before. A lot of these things didn't start with Bush. Supreme Court appointments, Democrats could have stopped. Who's the worst Supreme Court justice in the minds of the Democratic Party? Who would you say they'd choose? Scalia, right? Okay, you know what the vote was in the Senate for Scalia? I'm up there trying to get Sarbanes, Kennedy, Gore to vote against him. 98-0. Thomas, 11 Democrats crossed the aisle. When the Democrats controlled the Senate, he gets confirmed 52-48. And they're lecturing us about the Supreme Court. So there's got to be indicators when a society is on the path to fascism. And these are the indicators. You had an indication. You had an indicator. You have an indicator. This is what Franklin Roosevelt was talking about. Even Douglas MacArthur was worried about this. A lot of prominent people in the last 80, 90 years have warned about this. Again, we have to remember there are a lot of good people who are very prominent, who are very worried about this. And some of them have spoken out, but no one has organized it yet. So it's up to some rich people like George Soros to organize these ex-generals, diplomats, ex-CIA types who spoke out against the war into a powerful pro-democracy, pro-due process, pro-accountability force, especially on Congress.